life has always been cheap. There's lots of human beings. There's lots of slaves. But now life isn't just cheap. It's seen as a negative. The elite don't want us. There's too many of us. We're gobbling up environment and things they want because they're control freaks. They want us to get out of the way. They want us to die. And I say to the elite, how about if you think things are overpopulated, how about you get rid of yourselves first? How about you go first? How about you lead by example? But most of them say, oh no, we have to be guardians of this. We have to help get rid of the humans that are parasites. Many of them say we're just parasites, period, and all of us do need to be killed. And Dr. Eric Pianka at UT, who said kill 90% of us and get standing ovations, showing the majority of scientists at these events that the news has covered supporting, he was in the news saying, yeah, I know my family's going to have to die and going to have to go as well. And I'm sad about it, but it's for the earth when the time comes. And then he's on the official University of Texas website, dressed up in a druid outfit, talking about Lucifer. You cannot make this stuff up. Google Dr. Eric Pianka, Lucifer, and you'll be on the UT website with him in a druid outfit. When he's not talking about how he wants to kill everybody, he's talking about Lucifer. Now, here's Fox News. Upcoming military robot could feed on human dead bodies. Now, this is what Bill Joy, owner of Sun Microsystems, billionaire, said in 1999, or was it the 2000 April issue of Wired Magazine? Why the Future Doesn't Need Us was the article. And he said, the elite said there's too many of us. They don't need us anymore for factories or agriculture. They have robotics. Soon robotic lines will be repairing robotic manufacturing lines. The military will convert to stealth aircraft that are remote controlled and that are AI controlled. And there'll be factories that service the aircraft that are going to be robotic. And there'll be very limited groups of humans that are needed. And the military is going to convert to robots. And I've talked to troops 10 years ago. They have super advanced robots, not just the swords they've already used to kill people in Iraq. Well, here's Fox News. Upcoming military robot could feed on dead bodies. See, the eugenicists are very macabre, very, very sick people. And Army reports in '68 said they would use humans to fuel their robotic system. I'm not the one saying this. I know it's crazy. I'm not the crazy one. I'm just reporting Fox News here. And it says Robotic Technology Inc. I want that group on. Tell the producer. Energetically autonomous tactical robot called the Eater can fight, ingest, and extract energy from biomass in the environment and other organically based energy sources, as well as use conventional and alternative fuels such as gasoline, heavy fuel, kerosene, diesel, propane, coal, cooking oil, solar, when sustainable, reads the company's website. See, the elite want hunter-killers, and they've said this. They're just going to turn loose. And so when you see a movie like Terminator, I read government documents from the 50s calling their robot drone system Skynet. I was in a private meeting with Dr. Bob Bowman, Lieutenant Colonel Bob Bowman, who was the former head of Star Wars, and he talked about the robotic fleet with me, but said I could only talk about what had been declassified and what NSA and others and other people involved with Star Wars had accidentally in speeches on C-SPAN let slip up. But that there's an entire robotic drone fleet in orbit that's got DU meteor guns, basically, meteor well weapons to decapitate the leadership. The point is, everything's going to a robotic fleet that's then robotically controlled, not human piloted, and that is robotically serviced. And folks, they're about 10 years away from this, and that way they can launch terror attacks, blame it on others. If the military refuses to have the drone aircraft take off with the nerve gas to kill every major city, the elite can just order this and sit back and watch it happen.
Thank you for listening to GCN. Visit GCNlive.com today.
This is Alex Jones. Have you heard of the Millionaire Patriot? Well, you should. He has a free handgun and 5 days of firearms training waiting for you. That's right. You can attend 5 days of world-class gun training at Front Sight Firearms Training Institute and secure a 30-state concealed weapons permit, all for pennies on the dollar. Plus, if you act fast, the Millionaire Patriot will give you a free Springfield Armory XD pistol in the caliber of your choice. I believe now is the time that you and your family need to be armed and trained to levels that exceed law enforcement and military standards. Front Sight provides such training without any boot camp mentality or drill instructor attitudes. This is real. Don't miss out. Secure a Front Sight defensive handgun course, plus a 30-state concealed weapons permit for pennies on the dollar, and get your free handgun. Go to frontsight.com today. That's FRONTSIGHT.com. Go to frontsight.com for your training and free gun.
Waging war on corruption. Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network. Big Brother, mainstream media, government cover-ups. You want answers? Well, so does he. He's Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network. And now, live from Austin, Texas, Alex Jones.
I didn't finish my breakdown on eugenics. I wanted to get into the forced flu vaccinations that the British and U.S. governments are saying they're going to force on the public in the fall. I'm not saying they'll be successful. Later, the New York Times will say, Jones said they were going to forcibly inject us. No, I'm quoting ABC News, Fox News, you've all seen it, where they're saying they're going to make us take it over my dead body. But that ties into the eugenics. I want to get more into that. Get into the planetary government they want to set up to carry out these eugenics. Kind of part two of what I covered in the last hour, coming up in 30 minutes when our next guest leaves us. So I'd ask the folks at the Alex Jones channel on YouTube and others to be sure and get the report coming up in 30 minutes and combine it with the last hour, because I want it to all be congruent where I left off with the hunter-killer robots being reported in Fox News that kill you and eat you to fuel themselves to go on to kill the next group. And this is the perfect environmental eugenicist killing system, which, of course, we've broken down they would use against us. Now it's mainstream news, no longer classified. As crazy as it sounds, truth is stranger than fiction. But for the next 30 minutes, Michael Shedlock, michaelshedlock.com, and we appreciate him coming on with us. He's with SitkaPacific Capital Management. I've seen him on international television, CNN, Bloomberg, you name it, really breaking down a lot of facts. I've had a lot of the economists, the economic experts we've had on have sourced some of his research. So to kind of break down, are we in a depression? Are we in a recession? Is it inflation? Is it depression on Main Street? Is it hyper-stagflation? You know, some things are going down in price, other things are spiking. The government's cooking CPI, they're cooking unemployment, they're cooking inflation. He's an expert on that, and he joins us now for the next 30 minutes. Michael, I appreciate you coming on to break down the economy with us.
Oh, sure. It's a pleasure to be on the show. And the amount of misinformation coming out from Wall Street, from the Fed, from the Obama administration, from the Bush administration prior to that is absolutely just staggering. It's important to realize that the Fed's first mission is always to delay, confuse, hope, and attempt to buy time while they're engaging in wishful thinking along the way. And today, for the first time, Bernanke's come out. He's willing to admit, after all, this may be a jobless recovery. That's what he said. Now, if he's willing to say that, you know that things are at least that bad. So I don't think we're going to have a jobless recovery. I think we're going to have a job loss recovery. And things look really grim when you look at this. And the administration is doing exactly the wrong things. They're raising taxes on across the board. That's going to affect small businesses who aren't going to want to hire. And we're here. We are awash in overcapacity. So this whole idea that we can throw money at problems and create jobs is simply fallacious. Taxing consumers, taking money out of their pockets to rebuild roads. Now, I'm all in favor of repairing potholes that need to be fixed. But in my area, there's signs up all over the place. All these roads, the construction project on account of this stimulus. They're fixing roads that don't need to be fixed. That's supposed to do some good? I don't think so.
I saw a news report where all over the country they're putting in weird federally mandated curbs that don't even have sidewalks.
I wouldn't be surprised. And they want to retool. They want to go in and fix schools, make them more energy efficient. I'm sorry, that doesn't buy back anything. Obama's energy plan is actually going to cost jobs because they're talking about mandates. Things have to be such and such energy efficient. That's going to drive away.
Michael Shedlock, stay there, sir. I want to come back and break all this down. Also a report here. Home loan delinquencies double on prime loans. Foreclosure filings top 300,000 third straight month. We'll break down the real economic numbers with our guest on the other side.